Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Club America Career Mode video. This is episode 8, and this is the end of the Apertura as we know it. Our final last two matches, and today we're going to be closing things, wrapping things up, and getting things ready for us to progress into the playoffs. As you guys know, we are definitely in. So, in our first game, we're going to go up against Tijuana, but before anything, I wanted to show you guys a bit of bad news that we received, and that is the fact that Giovinco will not be featuring in this game because he is injured. He picked up about a 9-day injury during training, which of course isn't ideal, but we have enough of a strong squad to really push forward and try to get all 3 points at home against Tijuana. Of course, now it's not as important because we've qualified and we've secured first place. So right at this moment, I think coming into this game, the most important part was definitely trying to see how well we could close things out. It was important for us to get all the points that we did, but it's also important for us to finish off the campaign the way that we did, because coming into the playoffs, you want to be in good rhythm. So the more the merrier. And then coming up here right in the 33rd minute of the match, Silvio Romero coming up with almost another big goal for him, which would be absolutely amazing, but unfortunately it does hit the post. Then we're going to move on here towards the last couple of minutes of the first half. Not really much happened, but look at this opportunity for Tijuana to go up. It's a great shot, but Marchesín is able to go down low and under. So the game ends in the first half 0-0. Both teams keep each other at bay. So it was interesting. I wasn't really, really forcing the players to run as much, or really wasn't trying to, keep my foot on the gas pedal for that long, only because I knew the importance that, it was to be able to, you know, have my players rested and just have them all in good form coming up for the playoffs. So here you guys can see a foul from Cesar Montes, just kind of catches Aviles Hurtado's foot right there. Referee gives a foul. We do great to block it right here, and then look what happens afterwards. I think this absolutely defines sometimes what our play is really, and how fast and how well we actually do move the ball. There you guys can see Renate Ibarra open up in space, just taps it next to Oribe Peralta across from goal. Oribe Peralta just has to tap the ball away in, and there you guys can see El Cepillo Oribe Peralta gets his goal. I am not so sure. I think this is his 5th goal in the competition. But I mean, it's a great build-up play from us. I mean, the way we started off from the back, it's just a beautiful counterattack. And then, Renato Ibarra finds Oribe Peralta, who gets his 6th goal of the tournament, which is absolutely amazing. So, we get the goal that we were looking for, and we're gonna move on here to the 73rd minute of the match. Tijuana are desperate and looking for a goal, which means that there's space, there's gaps open, and look, just as I was saying, so an opportunity for us opens wide. Oribe Peralta is not gonna miss from there. What an opportunity, and he takes it and does absolutely amazing to put another goal in. That is his 7th goal of the Apertura, and a player that kind of wasn't really convincing me, and a player that I was kind of looking at to maybe we can sell him, but now he has 7 goals. That's actually a pretty good, decent amount of goals coming up into the end of the Apertura. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how much he can do in the Clausura, whether we keep him for the Clausura or what. But he's stepping up, and he's trying to show that he's actually worth every bit of the contribution that he gives to the team. But then, of course, we do some horrible defending, which has been the case for, I think, the last couple of episodes. We started off this season with a really good defense. Not really letting in any type of goal. But now it seems lately that we've been falling asleep back there, and we've just been giving up some premature goals, which is frustrating, because you never want that. You always want to keep that clean sheet, because it gives you a sense of morality boost. So in the end, I won't complain, because, towards the last couple of seconds of the match, we get a wonderful goal by Javier Gomez, who scores his 3rd of this competition. If you guys remember, in the earlier episodes, he scored 2 goals against Veracruz. Now, scoring another one against his ex-team. And it was everything for us to be excited about. It was a 3-1 victory that we're definitely gonna get right here. Literally the last second that he scored that, we're home, and what more could you have wanted? It was absolutely amazing. We get all 3 points here. We knew that we were qualified, but it was important to showcase in front of our fans that we are the team that we are. So the players did well, and the most important part is we didn't pick up an injury. Every player that went out on the pitch did absolutely amazing, and we got arrested Jovinko without having to use him. So that was always another positive note that we could take from this. So in the end, I was pretty happy. But I knew that the next game was going to be even more difficult. Not because we were going up against a Clásico with Pumas, but the fact is that this is the last game before we go up into the playoffs. And as we know, the playoffs, we're going to have to use a couple of our players, but we're going to need for them to be rested. So I took the decision. I looked at the table. I knew there was no way Tigres was going to catch up to us. This is the last game possible. They could only get to 35 points, So I thought to myself, okay, we have a great opportunity to really rest a lot of our key players. And here you guys can see how the team was looking. From Guadalajara and up, everybody is secure. Pachuca and Monterrey are playing for their lives here. Who is going to be able to get into what position? So it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be exciting to see who is the team that we actually get in the playoffs. But for now, we're going to focus on this game, our last game of the video. And it was a game where I just completely changed the squad, gave a lot, and I mean a lot, of these youngsters an opportunity to really showcase themselves. And the only real leader aside from Marchesín in goal was definitely going to be Oriol Peralta, who was going to be our main man up top. So you run a risk whenever you play these type of games, because it could go terribly wrong with the type of squad that you put. But I was fairly confident with the team that we had. And coming up in the 5th minute of the match, we had a couple of corners go our way, and there you guys can see right there, Gilberton turning in wonderfully, getting the cross away, and it was almost a goal right there, but the defender was able to get there right before my player could get there. And it was just a lot of corner kick after corner kick after corner kick, but in the end we weren't able to capitalize on that. But 16 minutes in, we're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep pushing, and this great opportunity for Marin to get us on the score sheet. Does well, puts it low, but hits the crossbar, but it was actually offside, so it was not going to count either way. But we're going to move on here. 23rd minute of the match, an opportunity again for one of our forwards. I think it was Marin again, unable to get that ball, and Picolín does well and distributes the ball with Pablo Barrera, who again gets out with Van Rankin. Van Rankin then is going to try to use his speed, does absolutely amazing, and Britos just goes wide. And an opportunity for Pumas to actually take the lead does not end up doing that. So pretty fortunate that that did not go in. So just kind of happy. This is a inexperienced squad playing with itself, so I mean the chemistry was not gonna be that good. But there you guys can see unfortunate scenes. If you guys can see Oriol Peralta down on the floor, really not what you wanted to see right there. Unfortunately for us, it is going to mean that our captain is out for the moment right now. We're going to have to wait and see whether or not it's one of those case scenarios where we have to take him out of the pitch, or whether or not we can keep him on, but we'll have to wait and see right then. In the meantime, we're going to try to focus on our gameplay. We're going to try to focus on our game, which is this: trying to get the ball back, trying to get something, trying to score a goal, because the most important part of this game was actually scoring. Being able, if we could score the first goal, then that means we could dictate the rest of the game. It meant that we were in driver's seat, and that Pumas was not going to be able to take that control. So there you guys can see Edson Alvarez losing his head a little bit, going in a little rough, a little careless. But we've seen ourselves come out of this opportunity and get a counterattack going. So this is what we're going to try to emulate against, like we did against Tijuana. There you guys can see the ball is picked up from Paredes, I believe there was. But again, it wasn't the best of counterattacks, but Pumas still have the ball, and we have to learn to defend better, and we kind of do so. There you guys can see we pick up the ball, and then we're going to try to move a little bit. We're going to try to use the speed that we can. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work out for us. So, this is a game that was kind of played a lot in the midfield. It was a little bit back and forth, but these opportunities sometimes came for us. And there you guys can see Paredes does well. He gets the shot away, does a little bit poorly, to be honest. He should have taken that shot maybe a little bit sooner. But we get confirmation of the worst. Oribe Cepillo Peralta, our captain gets injured, unfortunately, and so that does mean that we're gonna lose him for quite a bit. So we're gonna have to see how bad the damage is. But then look, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Silvio Romero, who has been absolutely amazing for us in this season, in this career mode video. He's been absolutely amazing, just dominating the way he does. That is his 12th goal of the Mexican Apertura. Right when it's coming to a close, I'm pretty sure, I believe he's going to be the top goal scorer of this tournament. And into the half, we do go leading 1-0, which was actually ideal. It was perfect. What wasn't perfect is the fact that we lost Oribe Peralta. Of course, never want to lose a star player like that, and let alone your captain. So, it was a hard blow to take, but we were going to have to do our best to kind of just suck it up and keep playing. So we had Silvio Romero on the pitch, which was always going to be good. But what wasn't good was our defending again. And then there you guys can see right there. My left back was lost in the no man's land, and we just left Alcoba all by himself. Look at this. What an opportunity. He does not waste it. But where was Hilburon, my left back, for this game? Just absolutely lost, unable to pick up his man, and it does mean that at this point we do end up so far so not good, because we get a draw, and but it wasn't all bad. We had an opportunity here. Unfortunately, the ball doesn't go down and low hard enough. Picolin is able to make the save. We got a corner kick, nothing comes out of that. But then we're going to get another corner kick, 68th minute of the match. Picolin does well to rechazar. Then Paredes, the Paraguayan youngster, gets an absolutely amazing rocket out of his boots, and it does not end up in the back of the net. It hits the crossbar, and boy, were things starting to boil up, were things starting to look good. The game was starting to shape up in the way a Clásico is supposed to look. And, again, very poor defending from us, unable to clear the ball, but wonderful that Marchesín was behind there, the captain for now in this game. What a game it was turning out to be, because believe it or not, Pumas was still fighting for a better position. And we were qualified. We knew that this game, we could have threw it away. I could have simulated it, but I really wanted to, it's a Clásico, so you always want to play these games, of course, right? You always want to be the team that has that bragging rights that we beat you with our BC team. So it's important for us that we try to maintain a good game in this match, but it just seemed that we were kind of throwing it all away towards the end of the match, because things were just not going for us. Pumas was definitely, it looked like things actually clicked for them. They saw, oh, this is a young, inexperienced squad. We should definitely go at them. And, they started doing so. But in the end, it wasn't enough for them. In the end, we do end up getting the draw, which does mean that this team actually did quite well, if you ask me. If this was a playoff opportunity and we had the second leg in the Azteca, I think this team did absolutely amazing. And that's something that, it's going to have to get discussed, and maybe won't be the best of topics. But this is an opportunity for us to really rotate. One squad can play the first leg, and then of course the stronger squad can play the second leg. It's just gonna be a little bit of everything everywhere. But as you guys can see, this is how the table looks like so far, and it looks like this is how it might stay. Monterrey might still be able to creep up there. They still have one game to go, and they have to play against Veracruz. So I'm guessing Monterrey might be able to, knock themselves into 8th place, but we'll have to wait and see. Next video, I will show you guys who exactly we are getting. That is going to be another 2-game video. We're going to be doing the playoffs game by game. So if we advance from that game, we're going to do the semifinal of the game. And if we were able to advance from there, the final is going to be its own episode. So hope you guys enjoyed the video so far. Hope you guys enjoy everything that's going on. Let me know in the comment section down below. Transfer window is coming up soon. What do we do with Oribe Peralta? What do we do with Silvio Romero? Do we keep him? What do we do? What exactly? Who should we bring in? All of that, etc. and more. But I hope you guys are excited. The Liga is right around the corner. And if you guys do, please like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, take care.